Lewis first.
Lewis, I don't know where to start with that race with you. I've got so many notes on your race. Starting on the medium tyres, not coming in for the Inters when everybody else did. You got stuck behind the Ferraris for ages. Tell me how you're feeling right now and what you made of that race.
I feel really good. I think I didn't really know how today was going to go, naturally, and I sat here last night, just really racking my brain, like how am I going to, where did we go wrong and how did we end up in this position? And but then I was just then working on trying to figure out how I can progress this morning. And then I was the only one on the medium tire, and I wanted to be offset to the people around me, not everyone on the grid. And then when that rain then came out, it really, we as a team we made the wrong decision. Ultimately it was the team's call, and we paid the price for that. But then we came out last, and I think after that I was just chasing, kept my head down. I think it was a really good example of just like when you fall or stumble, just get back up, keep trying. And every time I had to pit, I came out behind and just kept chasing. And I was really happy with, I got past the McLaren, for example, on this track. It was not so easy to do, and I was quicker than the signs at the end, just needed DRS.
What potential was there then, had the right decisions been made? What sort of car have you got now?
I think today, I had the pace to in the conditions, if we had made the right call, I had the pace to be challenging the top two.
Wow, okay. So
I think we would have been challenging Max, if I'm really honest. Particularly when we got to the dry, I mean, pace-wise, I think we weren't terribly far off. So, but yeah, not saying that we would beat them, but I think we would have been, had we, if I'm, so nice, if you think that way.
Well, that sounds good. Thanks very much. Thank you. George, such a shame for it to end that way. That was the contact with Lando. At what point after the restart was the contact made? We were just trying to see.
It was when we were side by side into the chicane at the end of a lap. It was obviously for a few points. A bit of a shame of an afternoon. I think we had such a fast car today, and unfortunately all the decisions and the weather went against us, so we need to look into what we could have done better, because we clearly missed a big opportunity today. Yeah,
you said on the radio we were forecast a podium. How did we mess this up? Yeah. What answers have you had on that front?
Well, I think we were expecting the rain to stay for about 1 or 2 minutes, and it ended up staying close to 10 minutes, and it was ready for intermediate tyres, but I thought I could brave it out for a lap or two more if it was only going to be one or 2 minutes more of rain, and it obviously wasn't. So I think we'd rather have a fast car on a bad day than the opposite, but a big missed opportunity today.
You also had a great catch at one moment and a nice move on Lando before the incident happened itself. Did you enjoy any parts of today?
Well, I think for about a quarter of a lap I thought we was on for a great result at the start of the race when we got into the lead. Because with the information I had, I thought the others would have made the wrong decision pitting. So that was fun while it lasted a short time, but we got it wrong today. But as I said, there's a lot of positives to take away.
Yeah, what car have you got going to Monza then? How are you feeling about Monza?
I'm not too
sure. Next circuit?
We knew that this circuit would favour us more than the majority. Monza's a totally different beast, so we'll have to go in with some new ideas and see what we can do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Toto, there's a lot to try and remember about what happened in that race, but let's go back to the early part, which seems a long time ago. Clearly you guys stayed out a bit too long in that first stint.
I think we stayed out catastrophically too long. We got it completely wrong, and that's annoying because the car had really pace. And then from there on was just recovering as good as we could.
Yeah, because George, he sounded pretty upset on the radio, and I guess you went to the hard tyre. That's the only thing you could do to recover. Was Lewis's pace an encouragement in the sense of what could have been? Is it encouraging for you, or is it more annoying because you actually had pace?
I'd rather have a good pace, a fast race car, and a mediocre result, even if it hurts. And we saw at the end on the Inter, George had the Max's pace, and Lewis was very strong behind Sainz. We could have been much further ahead. So, but it's still bittersweet because the result is just really bad, and it could have been, but that doesn't count in that sport.
So how do you, as a team boss, go back and review this with the team? Obviously, you've got the strategy department, engineering, you've got lots of people there. But do you get involved with trying to review this? Because even yesterday in qualifying, Lewis was out of sync. It put him out of position. So you've had a few little issues this weekend, haven't you?
Yeah, we will review thoroughly, and the situation is never one person or one department. It is the communications between driver, pit wall, strategy, weather frog, and then all of us taking decisions. And that was absolutely subpar from all of us, and that includes me. And yeah, we just need to. It's good when it hurts. When it stings, it sticks. That's how you say, no?
All right, listen. Good luck for Monza. Hopefully, it doesn't sting as much next week. Yes.
Yeah, a difficult day for Mercedes, you'd have to say. Let's start then with those early, as Toto says, catastrophic decisions in terms of strategy. Did that surprise you?
Well, I think it was. Listen, it was raining very, very quickly. It rained very hard. I mean, I think a driver also has a responsibility.